Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why? Why do you do it? Why? Why get up? Why keep fighting? You believe you're fighting for something, for more than your survival? Can you tell me what it is? Do you even know? Is it freedom or truth? Perhaps peace? Could it be for love? Illusions, Mr. Anderson, vagaries of perception. Temporary constructs of a feeble human intellect trying desperately to justify an existence that is without meaning or purpose. And all of them as artificial as the Matrix itself. Although only a human mind could invent something as insipid as love. You must be able to see it, Mr. Anderson. You must know it by now. You can't win. It's pointless to keep fighting. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
Because I choose to.
Hello everybody, it's your favorite Trash Panda here, back at it again. So this is kind of an impromptu rant about this, the fixed TF2 movement that has just recently started today. I personally kind of figured something was going to happen since a couple of servers basically announced this a few days beforehand, and I would just like to drop my opinion and a couple other smaller things about like how this movement is going and, you know, kind of update everybody on all of this, especially for my Discord channel and, you know, and everything else in between. So from what I can gather and from what I'm seeing so far, this is basically like a full-blown, just straight up full push into getting Valve to basically kind of, you know, acknowledge that they've been neglecting TF2 for quite a while now. And I wouldn't even say that it's just acknowledging that they are being neglectful of their games, but it also kind of brings to light like other games that have also kind of fallen under this issue in terms of just like cheating, botting, all sorts of stuff. But the main focus is mostly TF2, and then I guess you could toss in Counter-Strike 2 because they also had the same issue. But that goes beyond the point here. Basically, what this is just a petition that they've got set up now, which I will have in the description. And by the looks of it, there's a lot of people that have joined in. There's been the What, there's been Mega Scatterbomb. I do believe Spiky Mikey has jumped into this as well. I don't believe, as far as I'm aware, that we're going to make an announcement on Forum-based server because I moderate there. Fat Magic hasn't dropped anything yet, as far as I'm aware. Again, same thing, I moderate that server. I can't really say nothing, but they haven't really stated anything either. I was going to say, I know that the Brickiest Brick has done it. Squim Jim has done it. Slide FN, Cypherlock, and I believe that's it as far as I'm aware. I don't know if Uncle Dana said anything. Oh, I do know that EGL has also made an announcement as well earlier today. But yeah, my thoughts on it overall is this is definitely going to be, it's going to be tough, let's put it like that. It's like fighting an uphill battle in the sense that like it's a sheer cliff and we don't even know if they're going to respond and actually take action on all of this. Because as the What stated in his video, and again I will link whatever I reference in the description, he basically stated that with all of the doxing, the harassment, swatting, a lot of impersonation, again using AI to, you know, mimic people's voices and essentially try to defame them, it could actually land you into some serious trouble with the law in most countries. I think they were talking about how with Mega Scatterbomb, he stated that if from his country, I believe that he was from like, I want to say New Zealand. Again, I'm probably wrong. You can fact check me on this. I'm perfectly okay with that. But he basically said from his country, it's essentially a crime to impersonate people and defame people like this. And I mean, in the US, that is also a thing too. I live in the US. I know it's confusing because I have my stuff set up to Russian. It's mostly to, you know, confuse other people because some people are idiots on the internet, but I digress. It is a crime to do this stuff, especially DDoSing. it's a extremely illegal crime. It can get you into some serious jail time. If I remember correctly, I think it goes from like 5 to 25 years. Again, don't quote me on this, but that is what it is. And another thing that I have with this too is that I see a lot of people doom posting and being like, oh, it's the end of TF2, quit your whining, just let it die, da-da-da-da-da. They're coming out with a new game in the next couple of months, maybe a year or so. And I understand that kind of, thinking, right? Like, oh, this game is super old, But it's more or less that there are people to play the game. There are still people that pay for in-game items, as well as like the cosmetics, the taunts, the unusuals, the war paints, the skinned weapons, things like that. There are still people that are very much into this game and still spend a lot of money. I am also one to spend a lot of money. I've done it myself. Believe me, if you look at my inventory, you'd probably cry because of how much I spent on fucking Rackmans, But it's just that they should be held responsible for this issue, especially since, again, quoting from The What, because he did have some really good points in his recent video, he essentially stated that, honestly, Valve is enabling this stuff, allowing these guys to pay for these accounts to, use the voice chat and spam things in the voice chat, and essentially just let them do whatever they want in-game, and ultimately harass people and chase people off the platform, which is terrible for them, right? Honestly, they probably don't care because, again, it's an old game. They're still making money off of Steam and everything else, but it's still a detriment to them just as a reputation, right? It's a reputational thing, and that seems like it wouldn't hurt them a lot, but believe me, there's a lot of companies that deal with this PR issue that are constantly under duress, and it slowly eats away at them. For example, again, this isn't related to video games, but Disney has been having a lot of issues lately. Their stocks have dropped recently. They've had multiple times where their movies have been flops, if I remember correctly, The Outer Worlds, I think it was Outer Worlds, it was either that or Strange Outer World, that one flopped massively. Wish flopped massively, just the animation did not look very good, nobody really liked it. A lot of their Marvel shows have been kind of misses. Again, I can't say all of them are, because some of them are pretty good, but, overall it's been kind of just swishes and not really hitting the rim. So, it's a reputational thing, and I think if we don't make this push now, we will probably never get an answer from them, and then the game will just slowly die off on its own, which we should not allow that to happen. There should be some voiced opinions, even if you say that TF2 is not going to last forever, or even the fact that, oh, well, it's an old game, let it go. I have a strange and sneaking suspicion you have not personally put, effort into this, right? So I feel like you would be able to take care of this a lot better, right, with all of us if you join in. It doesn't hurt to make your opinions basically, known. Just make your opinion known, because if you don't speak up, this may be the last time you ever can, and you might regret it. Even if you say that you don't want to touch this game anymore, you don't want to support a company that doesn't want to support you. There's different ways of doing it than just like this game. Again, CS2 is getting the same issues. A lot of different Valve games have had cheating issues before that should have been taken care of. And it's our responsibilities as customers to let people know, in Valve, hey, your game is broken, it needs to be fixed, no matter what it is. People should be letting them know. And I think that's one of the major issues, is just nobody is voicing their opinions because they feel like they're going to be unheard. There are already, the last time that I checked, 3,000 signs on that petition. In that petition. So if we took care of that and we just continued to push this and let people know, even outside of TF2, it doesn't have to be just people from TF2. It could be anybody. I even let my friends know and they helped me out, because it's a cause that's worthy to be letting other people know to help you out. anybody could help out. It's just literally all you need is a name and an email on the petition, right? And if you are afraid of like your email being used for something terrible, it's been made by trusted community members from TF2. There's no issues with it whatsoever. The only issue that they have is, and this is hilarious, not in like the hilarious haha funny way, but it's hilarious that this website, right, is running like, it's running so, I guess, so many enormous amounts of people joining in every moment of today so far, that like it's been struggling to get the verification emails out. It's been struggling to get the votes in, right, the petitions in. It's been taking so much people in that it's actually crashing. That should show you how much and how many people have this drive to make this game stay alive. And I'm also there to toss in my hat as well. I want this game to thrive for at least another 5-6 years before I even consider quitting. I absolutely love this game. I started in 2021, really late bloomer, but I've always seen the memes. I've seen like the Freak Fortress. I've seen other players play it for quite some time now. I mean, I can remember back in 2014, you know, little old me watching YouTube, and I saw those SFMs and like the YouTube poops where it has the, you know, heavy character, or, you know, scout. It's got soldier. Just all sorts of different characters, and, you know, all sorts of different franchises from Valve that ultimately helped kind of shape my view on the internet, and, you know, like the stuff that I like on the internet. I love silly, funny things like that. It's really nice to have. It's really fun, you know. I would hate to have that all go away because we decide not to put our input, I guess, into this. So ultimately, I just really hope that we can all work this through. Again, I know that this is a rant. I understand that it's like all over the place. I apologize. I usually don't like make things right away, but I kind of want to get my my voice and opinion out there, as well as like, you know, try to explain the thought process that I have behind this, because I genuinely think, and this is the biggest point of this video, I genuinely think if we all just stood up, we said our piece, we pushed for change, just like the players from like World of Warcraft. Again, everybody brings this up. It's a very big topic at the moment, but World of Warcraft had almost a similar issue with all of the negative like feedback and everything as well from their updates, and not fixing issues from before, and creating more content that nobody wanted, that they all stood up and decided to take a stand. And it just took one employee to stand up and just show their company that the fans were speaking out, and that was it. We need to push for that. And that's basically all that I have in me. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you watched the whole thing, I will link the Save TF2 #FixTF2 petition on the video. I'll make sure to link all possible videos that I have for the Save TF2 down in my description. And that's basically it. Thank you so much. See ya!